everyone, it's Tyler D, and we're back at Killer Love. Oh my goodness, I'm so stoked. August 10th. I could write about all the talks we had, about the first night we spent together, about looking for an apartment and then finding it, about moving in, about pretty much anything that only involved the two of us. But I think it's time to move on. This isn't a feel-good journal after all. It was a Thursday coming up to a year since Grace and I started dating. I was at a cash register. Grace was in a store. An old lady was counting her change slowly and with trembling hands when Anna walked in. Ooh. Anna didn't buy anything. She went for the register towards me, empty-handed. The sight of her approaching made my heart start beating like mad. My head hurt. I knew the moment I saw her that she meant trouble. Jack? My God, is that you, Jack? She had the nerve to pretend she stumbled upon me by accident, like she didn't track me down. But I didn't have it together. I couldn't see through her acting. I was confused, panicking, not sure why. Excuse me, miss? Is it you? Please, don't cut in like this. It's not fair to the other customers. The old lady was still tackling her massive coins. She didn't seem to notice much around her. Don't play silly with me, Jack. It's you, isn't it? Yes, my name is Jack, but you've got me confused with someone else. There's a lot of Jacks out there. Oh, come on. You're you, all right. I put a hand on the counter to steady myself. She reached out as if to place her hands on mine. I jerked my hand back like she was going to bite me. It's me. It's Anna. Don't you remember your old friend? No, we've never met. I guess it has been a while. 15 years? Not me. Must be someone else. Oh my fucking gosh, she's scary. Anna stared right through me. Through me. I thought I'd either boil or freeze. Sure, it's you. Let's go somewhere and talk about old times. I know a great restaurant just 2 streets over. Look, lady. Even if I was this friend of yours, I have a job to do. So let me get on with it. You're bothering the customers. The customers weren't bothered one bit. If they hated anyone, it was probably me. After all, I was being so rude to this pretty, charming girl who only wanted to talk to her friend. That's a good point, Jack. What are you doing in this place? It's a pile of trash. Someone like you doesn't belong here. I was through trying to reason with her. I crossed my arms and said nothing, hoping she wouldn't notice that my heart was pounding way too fast. Anna gave me a good hard look. So that's how it is. I'll see you later, Jack. And she went away. I let out a long breath. I hadn't noticed I was holding. I felt awful. Even worse, I felt Anna had been right. There had definitely been something familiar about her. But I didn't want to find out more. Next time she comes in, I'll treat her the same way. I told myself, guessing correctly, there'd be a next time. Guessing wrongly, that it'd be at the store. I'll do it again and again until she gives up. I don't know what she wants, but I won't give an inch. The old lady cried out. She found a corridor. Oh. August 11th. It's weird, isn't it? How I just write today's date like that and then go right to telling about something that happened months ago. I should write down when that stuff happened. But it was so long ago. I don't think I can remember the exact dates. Ah, who cares? This is only for me anyway. It could be a jumbled mess. Sometimes I would feel like I should write more about what's happening now. But nothing is happening. So fuck it. When I told Grace about the girl who called herself Anna and who called me Jack, even though we didn't wear name tags, she took it like it was good news. That's amazing, Jack. She must have recognized you from childhood. She said 15 years, didn't she? That's right from the time you can't remember. I don't know. She might be some sort of scam artist. I just come up with the idea of Anna being a scam artist. It seemed like a good enough excuse not to go near her again. Yeah, right. Come on, Jack. At least give her the benefit of the doubt. I don't need her, Grace. I've got you. Jack, I'm not telling you to sleep with her. Don't be so rude to her next time, okay? I wasn't being rude. You so were. Okay, so what if I was? It's not fair to her. She seems like a nice girl. And don't you think it'd be good for you too? To be friends with her? No, not really. She could tell you about your past. Then maybe some things would start making sense. You could put whatever happened behind you. But nothing happened. Something must have happened, Jack. People don't. Grace fell silent. Instead of continuing, she started running her fork through the peas on her plate. We were having dinner. Are we? Is she doing it? I feel like we're standing. I don't see a table at all. People don't what? Well, people don't do that at night unless something happened to them. I keep telling you, it must be some kind of insomnia. Nothing more. Sleeping pills will work on it. Something will eventually. But why not try this? The memories you have, it's like they want out. I think they should get out too. Then you won't be scared of whatever happened anymore. And how does that work exactly? You'll be able to face it properly. It helped me a lot, think about what happened to me. Things not so bad as I thought it was. I stubbornly refused to answer and went on eating like there hadn't been a conversation at all. What Grace had referred to was something I'd only recently found out. Apparently, I shouted and kicked at night a lot. Sometimes I felt all out scream. Maybe I still do all that. Who knows? Maybe the staff and patients here are too polite to point it out. No, I don't scream at night anymore. I'm fairly sure I don't. Though, that's not to say I can't sleep all that well. Funny how, at one point, something like this was the biggest problem in my life. It was so long ago, or at least it feels like so long ago. So much has happened since then. Anyway, the morning after, I would wake up sweaty and tired, but it wasn't until Grace told me about the screaming that I found out why. Grace said it happened about once a week. It really freaked her out the first few times it happened, but then she got used to it. Or as used as you can get. It makes me feel like an asshole, realizing how nonchalant I was about it. Screaming every few nights in my sleep was, I felt, a small price to pay so I wouldn't have to bother with the past. But it didn't matter. In the end, if I decided to face the past or not, either way, it was coming. The second time Anna and I met as adults, we were neighbors. I was coming back home from a morning shift at the store. I went to our building, up to the second floor, down the hall to mine and Grace's door, and I froze. There was someone standing in front of our door. That someone was her. Anna. Jack? Oh goodness, what are you doing here? Don't tell me you... She pointed at the door as if to ask if I lived there. Yes, that's my apartment. As you damn well know, the hallway air felt warm and stale, soup-like. Ew, what the fuck? Why would... Oh gosh. I don't even want to even think what that air must feel like if it felt like soup. What are you doing here? I was going to say hello to my new neighbor. So, hello. Wait, huh? And here. She put something in my hands. It was a plate wrapped in plastic wrap. There was something brown on the plate. Brownies! I'm sure you like them, Jack. But we're not neighbors. I spat the words out. Yes, we are. I'm right over there. Anna showed me the door to the right of mine. Ah, the place had been empty for weeks. I'm pretty sure the guy who lived there before, that was a heroin addict. He didn't seem so bad now. What an amazing coincidence, though. Do you think we'd end up living so close by again? It's not a coincidence, is it? Pardon? Come on, really? What are you trying to do? It's obviously you planned this. There's no way something like this could happen by accident. Anna laughed. It would sound like a fork scraping a plate. Well, you can't believe it's a coincidence, or you can believe it's not. Either way, we'll be seeing each other pretty often. Enjoy the brownies. Thanks. I'm not a big fan of sweet stuff, but I'm sure Grace will love them. Grace? Who is Grace? What is she? What does she look like? What's her name? What's her passport? What is her social? Who is Grace? My girlfriend. I pointed at our door with my thumb. We lived together. My idea was that, in case she was acting like this because she was interested in me, I'd generally tell her I was taken. Grace. Yes. She must be a nice girl. The best I've ever known. She's lucky to have you. She's lucky to be able to hold you at night. She's lucky to breathe in the same air as you. It's the other way around. Well, it's been nice chatting. I'll say hi to Grace for you. I should go in and say hello myself. No need. And she's not here right now. But, bye. I pretended to unlock the door. It was already unlocked because Grace was home. I slipped in and shut the door in Anna's face. In the apartment, I found I could breathe freely again. Son of a bitch. Talk to the girl, be friends with her? Not a chance. She creeped the hell out of me. You're not the only one, buddy. Oh, I love Anna because she's such a little crazy person, but she's so fucking crazy. I love it so much. I love characters like that. I love the characters that are so crazy, so insane, creepy. I love all of it. I love characters like that. And just give me more characters. Just give me more. Give me more of it. Writing all this down, I can see why Grace thought I was overreacting. The plain facts of it don't seem that bad at all. A friend I hadn't seen in years noticed me at my workplace, talked with me a bit, and then happened to move in right next to me. But I knew right from the start that there was something off about her. That's not something to ignore. Paranoid? Yeah. But in this case, I was right to be paranoid. It's because I let my guard down after all that shit happened. Still, no word from the doctor about when I'll be able to get out of here. In fact, I haven't seen him in days. I hope he's just busy. What if something happened to him? Is it paranoia talking again? No, that's not paranoia. That's plain stupid. Anna can't make a doctor disappear and get away with it. But I've got to say, if this doctor did disappear, it won't be much of a loss to the hospital, I think. I'll have to ask him to give me some neck exercises I can do. My neck hurts from craning my head to the side all the time to look at the sky. Well, at least the weather's bad now. I'm not looking there as much. It's weird how a little neck pain is causing me trouble, with how broken and battered the rest of me is. No, I probably shouldn't mention my neck to him. Oh, one sec, I have to pause this. And I'm back. No, I probably shouldn't mention my neck to him. They might up my dosage, and what I'll do then, with my brain turned to mush, maybe I'd be happy. In any case, I have to do things to do, and I need a clear mind to do them. I hope that what I'm writing makes sense. I hope I haven't gone down the rabbit hole already, and all I'm doing is scrolling the line after line of meaningless chicken scratch. But that'd be pretty fun, I guess, in a pretty unfunny way. August 12th. Anna's brownies were tasty. I didn't have any, but Grace said so. I wanted to throw the brownies into the trash, but Grace caught wind of them too quickly. She's like a bloodhound when it comes to sweet stuff, chocolate especially, and then of course I had to explain what I got them. Huh, weird. I know, right? There's no way it's a coincidence. Yeah, it must be a sign. A sign of what? That she's stalking me? You know, it is weird that she was stalking me, since she knew where I lived, but that she didn't know about Grace. I mean, she couldn't have known, with how surprised she was. I don't think she was acting. Was it just a coincidence then? No, absolutely not. That I refuse to accept. I think I'll go say hi. I can make something for her too. Do we have any butter left? I want to bake her cookies. Yeah, and then you'll eat most of your own. Hey! I don't see the point of going to visit her though. We'll see more than enough of her anyway. We live so close by. We're neighbors. I want us to get started on the right foot. And maybe she and I could be friends. I think that'd be nice. I wrapped my arms around her. Of course, you deserve that. But please find a friend that's not her. Why? Once again, I couldn't properly explain why. I couldn't put it down as anything more than a hunch, a gut feeling I'd get whenever I was near her. I've at least got to see her for myself to see if she's really such a horrible person. Trust me, you're better off without it. The next day, in the afternoon, I was lying down on our sofa. I was nursing a headache that's been with me since morning. Grace told me she'd be right back. She went out of the apartment with something in her hands, and then a smell of freshly baked cookies wafted out of the kitchen. It still took me about 2 minutes to piece the puzzle together. "Ah, shit," I whispered. I was immediately up. Not good, not good. Panic struck me harder than I would expect. It was like with Grace, seeing Anna all by herself, some vulnerable part of me was exposed. I wanted to bring Grace back and lock the door and keep her safe and never ever let her out of my sight. But I also didn't want to go there. I just stood there, hand in my hands, wondering what the hell to do. All at once, I was telling myself to go there, you coward, but also to stay here, you idiot. And somewhere far away in a tiny little voice, very tiny, very little, was telling me I was overreacting. Then there came the sound of glass breaking. It had come from somewhere else, Anna's apartment. I went to the wall to separate our apartments. Now there was no sound at all. Nothing explained the crash. I finally overcame my cowardice. I dashed out from the apartment to hers. When I got there, I saw broken glass and blood and Grace kneeling down and Anna stood above her and they were both smiling. They stopped when they noticed me. They were out of breath and confused. Jack? Hi, Jack. Did you decide to join us? No, what the hell is going on? This? Anna waved her hand at the floor at all the bits of glass, white ceramic. Actually, there were also scattered cookies and drops of blood. Yes, that. Just looking at the blood made me feel sick, like I was going to throw up, but I couldn't peel my eyes away from it. I've always been like that around blood. I've never had a stomach for it. Grace was picking up the broken pieces of ceramic. There was a little accident. An accident? Yes, what else? Grace, what happened? It's my fault, really. The cookies were hotter than I thought, so I dropped the whole plate. And it was Anna's plate, too. Be careful, Grace. You might cut yourself. She cut herself already. Look. Huh? She only now seemed to notice the blood around her. But Grace checked her hands and turned around a few times to see from every angle, but found no cuts there. It's not me. It's my blood. What? Ew. Anna was. I just noticed holding her left hand tightly with her right. There was a little blood still trickling from between her knuckles. Oh no! Grace's hands hovered around Anna's. She looked unwilling to help, but she's afraid she'd do something wrong. How did this even happen? I tried to pick up some of the pieces. They're pretty sharp, aren't they? Hang on, Anna. I'm fine. I don't need you to do anything. The way Anna said was forceful, almost harsh. Grace backed away. I can still help. She remembered I was there. Jack, go get some gauze. We have gauze? Oh, useless. More frustrated than I'd ever seen her before, Grace ran off to get the gauze herself. She left me there, in the belly of the beast. I tried being polite. Shame about the cookies. A real shame. I didn't even get to eat a single one. Well, actually, she picked that one up with the free fingers on her left hand. Some of her blood got on the cookie. Before I could say anything, she ate it in one bite. Jesus. It's not bad at all. They're still warm. Do you want one? I'll pass. God, you make me sick. That's not a very nice thing to say, Jack. If anyone else said it. But I'll forgive you. She licked her lips. I should have left, but I was like a frog being stared down by the snake. I wonder what's taking Grace so long. She must be flustered. Poor girl. So much worry about a teeny little cut. It's not serious? It's not. How do you know? I've seen a lot of cuts. I can imagine. Anna laughed. I'm a nurse. That I couldn't imagine. It's still hard to believe, though. I see proof of it every day. There's a lot of blood. You don't believe me? Look. She just showed me her hand. The cut ran from the base of her thumb towards the middle of her hand. The wound was thin, but long and ragged. The skin around the wound was pale and moist, showing how fresh the cut was. I could have puked. Oh, does it look bad? Don't worry, it won't even scar. Stop that. You're really I don't remember what I was going to say. It was a nice in any case. Stopping was Grace coming back. Sorry. There wasn't any gauze. Here. She brought a roll of pink toilet paper. I hope this is good enough. Thank you, Grace, but I don't need it. You don't? No, see? The blood stopped. Anna flashed me a smile. The corners of her mouth were still red. August 13th. Good day today. Didn't see Anna once. But enough of that. After what happened, where I left off yesterday, I was sure Grace and I were on the same page. But no. In the end, I was the only one who cleaned up the bloody mess on the floor. I threw away the cookies before Anna could get her hands on any more. Back in our apartment, Grace let out a long sigh. What a mess, am I right? Yeah, and it was all my fault. I met Anna. You did just meet her, right? Yes. And? Well, I can see why you've been avoiding her, if that's what you mean. Thank you. She's beautiful. I thought she would be some shy little girl or a crazy cat lady or something. But she's like a model. What? No. Don't try to deny it, Jack. It's why you don't want to go near her, isn't it? You don't want to be tempted. I shook my head. I really didn't see her that way. Now, with a little more perspective, I can say it's true. What a waste of good looks. She's much more beautiful than me. Hey, don't say that. She's not. She is. No, she's not, Grace. You are beautiful and you're gorgeous and you are just a bundle of happy joy that I love. Okay, no negative. Grace dropped her gaze and to stare at her hands. And she wasn't mad that I ruined her plate. She wasn't scared of the blood either. She's just so... I took her hands in mine. They were cold. Grace? Jack? You're beautiful and kind. More beautiful and kind than any other girl in the world. I'm lucky as hell to have you. My cheeks burned. I must have looked like a tomato. I wasn't used to saying stuff like that. I mean it. So don't say stuff like that. Okay? Oh. Grace blinked like she just woken up. Oh. I've been saying a lot of dumb stuff, I guess. I'm sorry. I'm a real hassle, huh? No, don't say that. And don't say you're sorry either. You've done nothing to feel sorry for. She apologized way too often. August 15th. I didn't write anything yesterday. The pain in my leg made it so I couldn't focus. It's been hurting like a bitch these past few days. I gave in and asked the doctor about it. He's fine, by the way. Didn't disappear or anything. Must have taken a few days off. I asked him about the pain. I asked if he could do anything about it. Apparently the pain is a good sign. I think that's what he said. So I guess my leg is healing alright. But it still hurts. When the doctor went away, I complained out loud that it hurts. One of the other patients might have thought that I was talking to him. The patients that are here now are not the same guys I mentioned before. Maybe one is, but that's all. The others went away. To another part of the hospital, a home, or maybe to the morgue? I don't know. I wasn't keeping track. So I said something about how my leg hurt, and a guy on the bed next to mine, a kid actually, can't be more than 18 or 19, starts talking to me. I think he was saying how he's in a lot of pain too. I couldn't understand most of it though. His jaw's been wired shut. Ouch. Anything he tries to say turns to moans and a lot of drool. Then a nurse came in, not Anna, and told him he shouldn't speak if he wants his mouth to get better. So he shut up. Damn. So not much else has happened, but my leg really is bothering me. It's a deep pain. It doesn't feel like it's healing. It feels wrong in a way that makes my teeth hurt too. I'll stop with the leg now. I have to get my mind off it. It hurts so much. I'll check where I left off the day before yesterday and go from there. You're not coming with us? Again? No, I don't feel like it. But Anna's so great to hang out with. Yesterday we went window shopping, then we went to a cafe, and then we had ice cream in the park. Sounds fun. It was. Anna's a really interesting person. You should give her a chance. I want us all to be friends. So please come along. No, I'll pass. Sorry. A moment later, Anna came in without knocking. She never knocked anymore. Ready, Grace? Yes, in a minute. Grace heaved a sigh. Are you sure you don't want to go? Yes, I'm sure. Go have fun without me. Okay then, some other time. We kissed. Have fun. I saw Anna's eyes. She glared. She did glare when they kissed. We will. Bye. Grace and Anna became friends. Good friends. Very soon after they first met. I was against it, but I found it hard to complain seeing Grace so happy. They spent quite a lot of time together. Whenever I said anything about this, Grace would tease me. She said I was jealous, but she was also inviting me to come with. I always declined. I eventually got used to it, and things were quiet for a while. Once at the store, I was applying discounts during work hours. It should have been done before we opened up, but someone had been slacking off. I won't point fingers. It was Don, the old guy. So I was the one stuck wondering what kind of dog food the 20% should go in, or something like that. The list they gave us were always terrible, so full of corrections you could barely read them. So I was about to choose at random when to apply the discount sticker. Someone put a hand on my shoulder. Oh, Anna. There was a tightness in my chest, but it passed within seconds. As I said, I've gotten used to it. She didn't scare me anymore. Hi! How are you, Jack? I'm alright, thanks. Hey, random question. Do you like big dogs or small dogs? Big dogs, I guess. I see. I've been down a place to sticker. Do you think the price of the dog food that had one of those wiener dogs in the packaging? Grace is in the break room, by the way. I know, I was just there, but I wanted to see you. Yeah? Why? I haven't seen you at all for the past week, you know. Didn't you notice? I guess. I was called into work a lot, and you must have been busy here too. Yep, busy. We should meet more often. After all these years apart, we must have a lot of stories to tell, huh? Yeah, maybe. Jack, you mentioned dogs, right? Right. Was that because of Buddy? Who's Buddy? So you really don't remember anything? Nope. I don't remember this Buddy, and I don't remember knowing you either. Of course, now I do know about Buddy. I don't remember his breed or how old he was or anything other than his name, really. But I do know of him. So the picture book told me. That's really too bad. But it'll all come back to you, I'm sure. Who knows? Buddy was a really sweet dog. You liked him a lot. I shrugged. And he loved you. But then again, that dog loved everyone. He was so trusting. Too trusting? I'm sure he was. Are you really fine with not knowing about so much of your life, Jack? Yeah, I am. I'm used to it by now. I think it would feel weird if I could remember, actually. I suppose it's easier, in a way. There are some things best forgotten after all, aren't there? Yeah. Yeah. Of course there are. And I wish some of the things would have had the decency to stay forgotten. Why mention it now, though? Oh, no reason. I was just a little curious. Uh-huh. I didn't believe her. I sensed that there was something in particular she wanted me to remember. I do know now that for now is, but I still don't know why she wants me to remember what she did. It is some sick form of love, or does she want to finish the job? Is it both? I don't know. I really don't. Her mind is as much of a mystery to me now as it ever was. Interlude, Anna in Wonderland. Dear Diary, I found him! It was beautiful. It was like fate. It was fate. As soon as I came to the city, I caught his scent in the air a little, but mostly I smelled homeless people and gasoline. Why did you go all the way out here, Jack? You love nature, the smell of pines, where we grew up. I was ready to spend weeks looking for you, Jack. Or months, years if I had to. I even got a job at the hospital here. They're understaffed, so it was easy. But there you were, in the first store I went to. I didn't even go in to look for you. Fate, fate, fate. But you were a little strange. Surely you recognized me? I haven't changed that much, have I? I mean, it's been a while, and I have tried to make myself pretty for you in every way I could think of. But you knew it was me, right? I knew it was you. You haven't forgotten me. Were you pretending? Playing a game? Yes, that must be it. Well, I'll have to wait to see how you're doing, dear. But I've been a patient girl for far too long. Dear Diary, Friday. Jack Friday. I knew he changed his name to that, but it's just so funny, isn't it? We'll have to change it back, Jack, for now, for when we're married. I want the real one to follow my first name. Jack Friday. It made me giggle when I saw it in your employee records, darling. I just had to peek. Nothing more. Just to see where you live. I wanted to follow you home at first, but then I thought, hey, wouldn't it be insanely romantic if the next time I saw you we lived right next to each other? I know you're playing your little game of you don't know me anymore, but that's not too much, is it? Being neighbors? You won't be angry, right? Even if it makes you angry, I have to at least do this, right? I can't wait anymore. I'm tired of being by myself. I've waited this long already. I prepared for you so much. Maybe you won't be mad. Please don't be mad. Please? P.S. One other thing, darling. That street where you live isn't in a terrible part of town. Run down and cheap and even dangerous. I haven't been here for long, but I think that's right. Is that part of your game too? And working in a store? That must be it as well. Someone like you should never work there. Instead, you should be a... Gosh, I can't even imagine what. And isn't that perfect? I don't want you working anywhere. I want you all for me. Whew. Dear Diary, the street is worse than I thought. God, the smell. Do you really know what you're doing, Jack? No, I shouldn't doubt you. I know. The rent is cheap, at least very cheap. But more important than that or anything else, there was a vacancy right next door to your apartment. I can't wait to move in. We'll be neighbors. I'll see so much of you, it will make me drunk. I love Anna. I love her whole character. I love her to death. Dear Diary. Oh no. Okay. What a beautiful dump. I said this to the landlord when I brought my things here. He thought I was complaining. He said I should have checked out the apartment before I rented it. He's an idiot. There could be a swarm of rats or roaches living in an apartment, or cracker dicks for that matter, and I wouldn't give a darn. But still, I can't keep it dirty forever. I have to practice my homemaking skills. Time to make this dump into a home. Dear Diary, just back from a quick jog, gotta stay in shape, and the brownies are just about done. I know, I should have kept an eye on them. But I've been doing this for long enough, you know. The brownies are perfect. Not burned, not raw, just right. I hope he likes them. Jack, I don't know if I can go on. Who is this girl? I'm the one for you, the only one for you, and yet you... I know this is part of your plan, but you didn't have to do it this way. Why are you being so cruel? I have work now. I don't care. I'll go to sleep. Dear Diary, I cried all the bad feelings out. Things don't seem nearly as bad now. Jack is testing me, so I have to show him I have what it takes. This is nothing at all. I can do this. Dear Diary, I met her today. Grace. I hope she doesn't get in the way. She's a sweet girl, but she's clumsy. She dropped a plate, my plate too, of cookies, and there were cookies and broken pieces of porcelain everywhere. I'm pretty clumsy too, I guess. I cut myself on a shard when I tried to pick it up. Jack came in just as I got a cut. He must have sensed I was hurt. There was a lot of blood for a wound so small. The blood reminded me of the time. It always does. I showed it to Jack. He looked like he was going to vomit. Great acting, Jack. I love you. Dear Diary, I've gotten better playing along with Jack's little game. I see him a lot more now, everywhere I go. Nearly half of those times, I'm not even trying to make our paths cross. Fate. I'm also seeing Grace a lot more. She's always asking me to go somewhere with her or to chat, and she's always coming over to my apartment without Jack. She's becoming real bother, honestly, but I act nice. That girl tells me things about Jack after all. Though, of course, she doesn't know anything about him that I don't. That's because she doesn't really know him. But now, I know what he's pretending to be like. He told Grace that he has amnesia. It's a little unoriginal, Jack, don't you think? That's okay, though. She believes you. That dumb little... Dear Diary, I'm troubled. I'm starting to think that Jack is not pretending. What if he really has forgotten all about me? No, I can't have that. I need a sign, Jack. Just one little sign, so that I know you remember. One sign, anything is fine. Dear Diary, Jack doesn't remember me. I'm pretty sure of it now. He doesn't remember anything. Darn. But that's a good thing. He hasn't been acting cold on purpose. I'll give his memory a little jog, and I'll be that good as new. But this also means that he's serious about that Grace girl. We can't have that. No. No. I'm starting to see her true colors. She's a filthy seductress, all right. She's also an idiot. She invited me for dinner tomorrow at her apartment. Their apartment. Her and Jack's apartment. The apartment they're sharing together. Without me. August 16. Terrible day. Really awkward. Anna has hovering me around all day. I swear she was more than 2 shifts. How the bell does that work? I couldn't write at all. She's only gone now. And it's after midnight. I guess I should mark this as the 13th then, not the 16th. Oh, but who cares? Now I have to write in the dark, but that's fine. I don't see it being a problem. So not long after... Did I write about how Emma came to see me at the store that one time? Yeah, I did. Not long after that, Grace invited Anna for dinner. She could have told me before asking Anna. Not that I would have said no. I didn't have an excuse to say no. But I mean, she only told me about dinner a few hours before it. Yes, I was preparing for a really relaxing evening. And all of a sudden, Grace says we should start making dinner. And oh, I forgot to tell you, Jack. I shouldn't be so bitter and childish. People forget. It happens. She didn't mean anything bad about it. It's still rubbed in the wrong way, though. Anna was going to invade my home and be there for hours. And I'm pretty sure I had every right to be angry about that. No, I'm sure. I should have sent her packing the first time I saw her, and then when she moved in next to us, and 1,000,000 times after that. I should have. The fault is mine. So yeah, dinner. The food tastes amazing, Jack. Thanks. I barely made anything. That's not true, is it? You were in charge of the rice. Yeah, the rice. It ended up mushy. I think it's delicious. Anna ate it like it was the tastiest thing in the world. An idea popped in my mind. If I bore her, she might leave early. Thanks. But the chicken is much better. And it's incredible how you can make any decent in the oven we have, Grace. Oh, don't talk about the oven, Jack. It's embarrassing. I'll bet you've never seen a greasier oven, Anna. I swear to God. I tried to clean it, but nothing works. I don't know what the previous owners did to make it that dirty. And that's not even the biggest problem, is it, you said? Yes? The light in the oven barely works. And don't get me started on the heating. It's just so sketchy. Yeah, all of that. And you still managed to make something this good? What do you say, Anna? It's tasty. It reminds me of home. Have you tried remembering what home was like, Jack? I swallowed, choked, and coughed. What's with that all of a sudden? Anna smiled and went on eating. I was just wondering. No, I have not tried to remember what home was like. I don't see why I'd have to. I'm fine without it. All right. It's a shame, though. Tough. Jack? Yeah? What is it, Grace? I'm with Anna on this one. You're? Yes. Even after you said you were fine with me deciding what goes on in my head, I'm trying to think of what's best for you. That's right. You can't spend your life running away from the past. Face it now. Be a man. It's not healthy to lock so much of yourself away. It can't be. You have to agree, Jack. I didn't reply. I was investigating a chicken drumstick. Anna, I didn't tell you this, but at night, at least once a week, Jack, that's enough. I banged my fist on the table, and then immediately ashamed that I'd lost my temper, but I couldn't back down. This has got to do with me, and me only. Stay the hell out of it, both of you. Do you understand? Why are you so... Oh, it's no good. I've never gotten this angry before. I needed to be alone. I walked out to another room, but that didn't help. I could still hear the murmurs and the whispering. They were talking about me. I dressed in a hurry. Huh? What are you going out, Jack? I nodded. Have fun. Wait, don't go. I'm sorry, I keep insisting so much. You know I'm trying to help, right? Yeah. Then please don't be mad. I couldn't stop being angry. It was stronger than me. Can you do just one thing for me? Just so I know I did all I could? Do what? Can you say you're fine with... No, please say that you don't want to remember. Can you do that for me? Of course. I hesitated longer than I thought I would. Suddenly struck me that I was being childish as hell. But in the end, my anger and my stubbornness won over. I don't want to remember. There, are you happy now? I want things to stay as they were. That's all I ever wanted, for nothing to change, because for once I was happy. Well, I'm sorry. You should be. What a bitch! He's a dick. I walked out. By the time I came back, Grace was gone. August 17th. I came back hours later after a little drinking and a lot of pointless wandering. The apartment was empty. Her things were gone. But I only realized that after I read the letter. The letter was on the table, next to a half-finished dinner. There was a key next to the letter too, her key to the apartment. I remember the letter word for word, so why don't I write it down here? Wouldn't that be fun? Jack said, I can't stay with you anymore. You're only going to make yourself more miserable, and I can't help you, and I can't watch you do this to yourself. I pray that there's someone who can help you like I couldn't, and I hope you'll be happy. Goodbye. Grace didn't need to sign the message. I would have recognized those neat letters anywhere. I seen that same handwriting during our brief year together on dozens, if not hundreds of little notes, shift schedules, reminders to buy snacks or milk, things like that. There were in fact at least half a dozen of the yellow posters she used to steal around the apartment. Seeing them hurt. There were a lot of the... I don't know why I'm stumbling. There were a lot of other things Grace hadn't taken with her too. Socks, pants, a few undershirts, a scarf, one pair of shoes, a sweater she really liked too. She would have worn the sweater while napping in the evening. It was all evidence how much of a hurry she'd been to get it away from me. Now I know better. Wait, what happened? Good morning, everyone! The patients all greet her. I do too. Well. I'm happy to see you finally stop being Mr. Grumpy. Well, you know. Do you feel better? Does the leg still hurt? I'm a little better, I guess. At peace. That's great! You'll be up on your feet in no time, I'm sure. Free to come back home. I laughed like hell. Anna probably doesn't see what's so funny. She smiles vacantly. I guess she does love me in her own way. It doesn't matter though. Remembering the pain she caused me has given me conviction. My heart is set on killing her. August 18th. My health is vastly improving. Doctor words, those. And I feel it. I don't wake up at night so much anymore, choking on pain. And I don't get so angry anymore that I have to chew my own fingers so I don't end up shouting. I really am at peace. I know what to do. And I know I have to do it. I feel like I don't have a choice in the matter. I'm a train going down a set of tracks at a few hundred miles per hour. No turns, no brakes. Whatever happens, will happen. It's strangely calming. For now, I'll keep on riding. I know a good point to stop. After Grace left, I spent the first night alone on the kitchen floor. It was where my legs happened to give in under me. After hours of walking back and forth in the apartment, I had paced around like a caged animal, looking at the pillows and carpets and poking my head in closets. I don't know why. Maybe I thought I'd find her there. I woke up in the afternoon with a blanket over me. I thought that Grace had done it, that she'd come back. She hadn't. I guess it must have been Anna. I didn't go to work. I didn't eat. I don't remember drinking any water, but I must have. And I must have slept a lot too. It turned out I needed Grace more than I thought I did. Certainly more than she needed me. I was all alone that day, that night, and the day after too, right up until the evening. That's when she made her move. The windows were closed and the blinds were drawn. It must have been stuffy and hot in the apartment. I lay on the couch shivering. I held to my chest the sweater Grace has left. I was about to slip into uncomfortable sleep when the front door opened. My heart skipped a beat before the sight of the person coming in disappointed me. Oh, that girl is cute. Hello? Jack? I stared at her. What's wrong? Stare. She tried to get me to talk, but I was not in a talking mood. Eventually, she found a letter still on the table, pretending to find it. Oh, Jack. Oh, darling. Go away. You're hurt, I know. She's terrible, isn't she, to have hurt you so badly? The sweater was soft against my skin. It smelled of her. I know. She's awful. Let me help. She brought my hand near to my face. I turned my head away. I'm the one who can make you happy, you know. You won't have to remember that girl ever again. You won't want to, I promise. Her hand found my cheek. It had only been 2 days since I last seen Grace, had last touched her, but it was like I had already forgotten a person's warmth. I raised my hand to bat hers away, and I found that I couldn't do it. Instead, I put my hands on hers. I was close to tears. There were so many emotions in me that confused and overwhelmed me. But Anna was here, and she was whispering that she'd never leave. We made love there, on the couch. Afterwards, I used a sweater to wipe the sweat off me. Oh! That's disrespectful to Grace. Anna lay next to me, soft and warm, both her arms wrapped around one of mine. In the morning, after a long, long night, Anna looked to me and asked me a question. I'm tired, aren't you? Uh-huh. I won't go to work today. I'll call in sick. What about you? I don't know. I won't go to work. I hadn't thought at all about work. It was so irrelevant. That's a good idea. Hey, I'm going to my apartment. I want to have a nice hot shower. Come with? Sure, yes. My apartment had a perfectly working shower, of course, but I didn't want to be by myself. I was scared. After I had a shower at her place, Anna told me I could stay there a while. Until you feel better, she told me. What do you say? I said yes. And that's how it went. I don't feel ashamed for what I did. I know I should, but I don't. The problem is, I don't really feel like I did any of that. It's more like I was watching myself do those things, watching myself get tricked and cheat on Grace and live with that woman who's caused so much misery to so many people. What the fuck did Anna do? I know I should be ashamed. It's a disgusting thing I did, and I can't take it back. I let myself be made into an animal. That one whole month is something I'd like to forget and to never remember, so I won't write about it or about anything more. I've written enough. I'm done. This journal has helped me a lot, but I don't need it anymore. This is then. It's goodbye. So goodbye. JF. Yeah, I really am curious what Anna did. Like, I'm so fucking curious. I woke up and found the room dark, incredibly dark. It didn't matter if my eyes were open and closed. Damn, it didn't share. Something wasn't right. The air smelled different. Grace made a soft moaning sound in her sleep. She lay next to me. I reached down to make absolutely sure she was here. Jack. To hear her voice instead was like finding a snake in my bed. I almost fell over a nightstand. Are you okay? Bad dream? Stay up. She touched me skin against skin. I remember what I was and why I was here. Better? Yeah, sorry about that. Good. I settled back onto my side of the bed. Anna ruffled my hair. You startled me. I didn't mean to. It's okay. I know you wouldn't do that. Because you love me. Dear diary, it's all been worth it. All the years of waiting and hoping have been so worth it. I never expected to go as well as it did. I feel so silly I ever worried. Grace, the horror, is out of the picture. It was easy. She's so scared of everything. And Jack is all mine. I expected he would struggle a lot more. I'm so proud of him. Even in the terrible state he's in, no memories of us at all. He knew in his heart that he picked me over her. You're so cute, Jack, the way you're absolutely helpless without me. I'll pamper you a little more. I can do that. There's no hurry. There's no rush. We've reached our happy ending. I paced around Anna's bedroom. Step, 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 step. Turn. Step, 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 step. Turn. It wasn't a very large room, about the same size as mine, and step, step, step. Turn. It was dark. The curtains were drawn. But it would have been dark without them too. The alarm clock's neon green digits hovering in the dark showed that it was 5:10 a.m. and that it was Monday. Step, step, step. Anna's bedsheets rustled. She mumbled something and sat up. Jack, why are you? I took in a deep breath. It helped me keep my voice from shaking as I answered. It's nothing. Go back to bed. What is it? Something is wrong, isn't it? Tell me. I'll make it go away. No, please. It's stupid. Tell me. I stepped closer to the bed, banging my chin on the side and sighed. It's Monday. Anna glanced over my shoulder at the alarm clock. Yep, it is. So? I have work. When I came back to an empty apartment, it was early Friday morning. I had missed work on Friday. I must be on thin ice already. I didn't even call in. And? Just don't go. But if I don't go today, they'll fire me for sure. So? What do you mean, so? This is serious. Don't be upset. Here. Anna got up lazily and kissed me, held me. We stood there a few moments in silence. There, doesn't it all seem better now? But I still, No, sweetie, you stay in today. She pressed herself harder against me. I felt her softness, the heat of her body. I could barely feel anything else. You don't want to go to work, do you? I don't, but I mean I have to. You don't have to. It'll be all fine. The world won't end. I was going to complain today again, but she pressed a finger to my lips. You know what? An idea just came to me. If you move out of that awful apartment and come live with me, and said you won't have to work in that awful store anymore either. That sounds nice, doesn't it? It sounded so good. Anna understood me so well, but I wasn't sure of myself. I asked if it really was fine for me to stay here for good. Of course. I wouldn't want you anywhere else. Where the fuck is Grace at? What the fuck did Anna do? Dear diary, oh my god, oh goodness, how is this going so well? It never worked so well before. Not with the patients I tried it on, even though they were terminal, even though they had no one to visit them, all of them kept bringing themselves right up to the end. But with Jack, I could do anything. He is like clay. I could change him into anyone, anything I want. How awful. He's so lucky that's me doing this. Could you imagine someone else with this kind of responsibility? No. What am I saying? Nobody could make him so willing to change. Me. Only me. He's only like this because he loves me so much. He's always loved me, even when he didn't realize it. And he'll always love me, and I'll always love him, and we'll be together forever. Forever. I'm so happy I could scream. Right now, I'm only teasing him a little, but that's okay. We have all the time in the world. Unlike those other boys, he's not about to expire. The fuck? Days went by, maybe a week. Jack, come on, Jack. I laugh. If you don't let go of me, I can't go to work, you know. Then don't go. Stay here. Hey, one of us has to go. We need it to live. I need you to live. That's very sweet, but I still have to go. I won't budge. She ran her fingers through my hair. I like that. If you get off me now, I promise I'll have a special surprise for you when I come back. Really? Really, I promise. Okay. I forced myself to let her go. After she went away, I lay back down on the bed. I waited for her to come back. I did nothing else. Anna surprised with a big plastic bag. It was swollen full of something. I looked at her, then at her again, and frowned. You'll see. Come, we need to go somewhere. Go outside? Yes. Isn't that exciting? I looked away. What, you don't want to? I held up a pillow in front of me. It was meant to act as a barrier. Oh, you big scaredy cat. Come on. She took my arm and pulled. I wouldn't go. Her grip was strong, or maybe I've gotten weak, but I stayed in place. Huh. So you really don't want to go? How come we can't just stay here? Oh, sweetie, I don't want the apartment to burn down. What? She made me dress in outside clothes. They were rugged and cold. The outside was even more rugged and cold. The street was wet. It must have rained. The people were giving me looks. They were looking at me like I was trash. Why, what had I done to them? What had I ever done to anyone? Oh, hey, ease up a little. You'll hurt my hand. I'm sorry. That's okay. If you really don't feel like it, we can go back home right now. Really? Yes. But I know you can do this. So will you do it for me? Yeah, okay. Great. Thank you, Jack. You're so good to me. Ooh, what's going on? We walked over 15 minutes. My feet hurt and my legs made clicking sounds. I hadn't really walked in over a week, but I didn't complain. We're almost there. Do you know where we are? I shook my head. Anna had led me somewhere I'd never been. Each street we passed was dirtier and grayer and more abandoned than the last, and the people looked at us all more meanly. I thought they were going to hurt us, but Anna wasn't afraid, so I did my best to be brave too. Whatever she had in a plastic bag, it wasn't heavy. The bag was so full, it was almost the shape of a big ball, but it still swung so lightly. What do you think is in there? Anna had noticed me looking. I don't know. Want to guess? I didn't. I told her I didn't. I told her I couldn't think of anything. I will. You'll see soon enough. Our destination, I saw 5 minutes later, was an empty street. A whole street, blocks and blocks of it, completely abandoned. The pavement was cracked. The buildings that still stood were hollow, and everything was overgrown with weeds. It was more a jungle than a city street. It was ugly. I hated to even look at it. Isn't it so beautiful? Yeah. I'll show you the best spot here. It's my favorite, but it'll be our secret, okay? You can't tell anyone this, okay? We passed through a tunnel-like opening set in a tall, wide building. Beyond it was a field of brown-yellow grass. It came up to my chest. Surrounding the grass was the size of a large apartment building. This used to be its courtyard. The building was a molten, ugly gray. It had most likely been a prettier color before it burned down. It had so many windows, none of which had glass in them. They gave down at us, empty and dark. On a spot was a square patch of concrete in the middle of the overgrown courtyard. Once there, Anna handed me something from the plastic bag. It was a small gas canister and a box of matches. Then she emptied the rest of the bag out on the concrete. When I saw the contents, my chest tightened and started to hurt. This is... On the ground were a few post-it notes, a pair of shoes, but mostly clothes. I had seen them before. They had belonged to someone I knew. Who? Someone I had known entirely ago. Too long to remember, but I knew these things were important. You know what this is? Yes, I shouldn't. It's fine if you still recognize them. Completely fine. You're not mad? I'm not mad. Give me that. Anna grabbed the gas canister from my hands. She poured the gas out onto the clothes and shoes and post-it notes down to the last drop. Then she tossed the canister aside and stepped away. The canister made a tiny, empty sound as it hit the concrete. Tunk, tunk. After that, there was silence. Anna, what do you think you should do? Are you really not mad? Do what you think you need to do, Jack. And do it quick. It's growing dark and I didn't bring a flashlight. So I did what I thought I needed to do. I lit a match. It took me 3 tries to get it right because of my clumsy finger. Creating a little fire with hands, I brought it over to her things. They were wet and stank of gasoline. I held the lit match above them. Why are you hesitating? Don't you want to do this? I don't know. I needed to do what Anna wanted me to do, but the thought of doing it made me want to lie down and cry. I couldn't explain why the things were so dear to me. They just were. The flame had almost reached my fingers. Anna, I don't think... Do it! God damn. I dropped the match. The little fire touched gasoline and bloomed. The sudden heat made me step back. Those things, those shoes and clothes, the little yellow notes were already crackling and turning to charcoal. Anna stood by me. I waited for her to scold me, but she didn't. She put her hand in mine, our fingers interlocked. You did well. I did? Yes. When it came down to it, you did what you should. I'm proud of you. A warmth filled my chest. No worry for those scattered pieces of nothing on the ground faded away. I was with the love of my life, and she loved me and was proud of me. How could I care about some... I couldn't remember what it had been anymore. Or clothes? Whatever. Anna giggled. Ha ha ha. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. I don't like her. It made me so glad to see Anna happy. I pulled her closer. After a good minute of laughing, she sighed as if Spandit looked up at me. Wasn't that fun? Yep. The things in the ground had already gone out. They were black and unrecognizable. Let's go back home. Okay, Anna. You're so happy, aren't you? And why won't you be? I'm happy too. The happiest I've ever been. Me too, the happiest I ever been. Really? Yep. Thank you, Jack. That means the world to me. We went away, hand in hand. But before we walked onto the grass again, I looked back one last time at the things I had burned. Something moved the edge of my vision, up in one of the glassless windows. I looked again, but it was gone. This place is dangerous. Are there other people here? You know what? There just might be. Bad people. We should get home as soon as we can. Yes, home. Where it's safe. What the fuck did Anna do? That little slut. I hope she had a good look at us burning all that trash of hers. At Jack burning it. God, I'm so proud of him. It hurts. I can't believe I miscalculated though. I thought Grace was gone for good. But then there she was in our hallway asking where Jack was and what I had done with him. All this while Jack was right on the other side of the door. Can you imagine what would have happened if I wasn't there? She would have knocked on the door or rung the doorbell and she would have probably called out too. It would have scared Jack so badly. I can't bear to think about it. Thankfully, I wasn't wrong about everything to do with her. She hadn't called the police. I knew she wouldn't. I just didn't think she'd come back at all. She was still as scared as a little lamb. Her hands shook when she demanded I tell her what happened to Jack. He can't be in there, can he? She stepped forward, but when I put myself between the door and her, she backed off again. I wonder how she didn't pee herself. She was so scared. Jack doesn't want to see you. What are you doing to him? No one's seen him since I went away. It's like he's disappeared. He's been here the whole time? God, what are you doing to him? Be quiet. She was making so much noise. Put a hand on her shoulder. I had to see if she had the guts to slap it away. She just stood there. Jack is perfectly fine. He's happy. He doesn't want to see you again. I know he probably hates me now, but at least let me see him. I have to at least see him again. So annoying. Loneliness has made her desperate, unpleasant. That's what being by yourself does. Look at dear Jack. We've only been together again for a short while, and he's already such a sweetheart, and he was so pickly before. If you see him now, he'll tell you he hates you. Do you really want that? No, I don't want that, but... Then go away. It's as simple as that, don't you think? Even someone as you should understand. Why are you so... I thought we were... She swallowed hard. I have to see him. Anna, please. Being alone made you into a real bitch, you know that? What? Or did it? Were you lonely after all? It really makes me wonder. With how little money you took with you, I was sure you'd be living on the streets. But you're clean. You don't smell, more than usual. I'm living with a friend. What does it matter? That's a lie. You don't have any friends. Grace gritted her teeth and glared at me. She wanted to run away in shame. She's so simple, so obvious. Ah, wait, no. Ah, return. She wanted to run away in fear. She's so simple, so obvious, but she couldn't leave with Jack so close. So where are you staying? Whose cock are you sucking for rent? I'm not. Is that wrinkly old man you worked with? It's nothing like that. I am living with Don, but I'm not. Oh, aren't you? Then how are you paying back his hospitality? You don't have any money. You quit your job too, I checked. I'm not paying back anything. Don't be shy. Oh, screw you. Move. How violent. It's a good thing I severed her and Jack when I did. Any more of this girl's influence, and who knows what could have happened. She tried to shove past me, but I had a little surprise in my pocket. Anna, that's... Yep. So don't you dare touch me again. I might do something bad. I pressed the knife against the inside of her neck. It drew blood. I could help myself, but it wasn't a lot. I'm not going to kill someone out here in the open like that. I'm not stupid. Grace stood petrified. You can't do this. You'll call the cops? No, you won't. They won't believe you. They never do. Right? She didn't lash out for once. Oh, I have to pause this. Okay, I'm back. She didn't lash out for once. She must have finally realized how useless it was to try. So she shuffled away. I waved her off. It's only polite. She didn't even look back. But then she kept following me around, even after that. What a stalker! So I had Jack burn her things. I know she was watching. It was beautiful. Now she'll back off for good. I'm back! Welcome back. Hey, Easy, your trip. The moment she touched me, those long hours of waiting were painted over by warmth. It made me so happy. Something smells good. Is it dinner? Yes. Oh, you remembered. I'm so glad. I made a casserole. Anna sat at the table, and I served it. That was really tasty, Jack. Thank you. I wasn't happy with the meal. It was tasteless, and the meat was tough, but Anna said she liked it. She was so kind. I wish I could have helped more. What do you mean? With money, I guess? I was being serious, but she laughed. That made me feel a bit stupid. Oh, Jack, money's no problem at all. I told you already, I've got a lot saved up, and the rent here is nothing. Oh, okay. Anna hummed contentedly. A minute later, she stopped. There is something you can do, actually. Really? Yes, really. Oh, but I'm not sure if you'd be up for it. Anything. I'll do anything for you. Okay, then. What is it? How can I help? Wait till before bedtime, okay? I nodded. When I heard what she wanted me to do, I didn't take it well. I was angry, furious. I felt betrayed. You want me to? Yes, I do. But no. You said I never have to remember anything. You promised. I got up from the bed and started pacing from wall to wall, never looking at Anna. What she said hurt. How could you lie like that? Oh, baby, please don't hate me. I was shivering with anger. I thought I might faint, but I didn't hate her. I couldn't. So I stopped walking and faced her. I know, I said what I said, but this is important. Don't you believe me? There was only one thing I could say. Yeah, I believe you. Thank you, Jack. I love you. I love you too. And I'm sorry. Don't say you're... Hearing Anna say she was sorry was for somebody like a punch to the gut. It tugged at my memory. She always said, I know. But that's not what I'm telling you to remember. You must never remember that woman. Forget all that you have left to her. Then, what I want you to recall goes much further back. It won't be easy, but when you do, when you remember, our love will be the deepest it's ever been. Don't you want that? I do. I love you. I want that. I want to love you even more. Tell me what I should remember. Anna embraced me with happy tears in her eyes, but she wouldn't tell me what I needed to remember. She said it would be pointless, she told me. I had to remember it all by myself. Anna ordered me to sit down in front of the alarm clock every day for at least an hour. I was to do this while she was at work. I was to have my eyes closed. I was to try digging back in memories far, far back. I did as ordered. But the first time I tried, the very next day, it was all so foggy in my mind that I couldn't even start. Thinking felt slow. It was like walking through molasses. I only made myself tired. Before I fell asleep sitting up, one last thought came to me. Was thinking always so hard? The second time too, I gave up right away. I couldn't do it, but I had promised Anna. The next day I tried harder. My head hurt and I feel like I was groping in the dark, scared and all alone. But I did it. I had promised Anna. I waited further in. A flashless of smile made my chest hurt, but I kept going. For love. Huh? Which one did I love? Which one did I hate? Things didn't used to be like this, did they? This feels wrong. Something went terribly wrong. I need to make sense of it. Oh, what's going on? Days later, while going back in my memory, I reached a wall. And damn, I felt I shouldn't try to climb over it, so I did. There are things out there I didn't want to see. So I went back to the puddle I'd been searching through. It was a stew of love and fear and hate, given and taken seemingly at random. It was a mess, but it was a mess in my head. I would make it make sense. Jack! Yes, Anna? I'm going to work. Aren't you going to say bye? Okay, so since this is a new chapter, I'm going to pause this right here. Save. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna pause it right here, and I hope you guys like the part 2 of this. This story is going amazing, and I cannot wait to find out what's going to happen. I'm really wondering what Anna's gonna do. Like, I love Anna, I don't know what you think about her. I don't know if she's a good guy or a good guy. I don't know if she's a good girl or a bad girl. I don't know what she is. I don't know what happened to Grace. And I don't even know what's going on with the main character, because it sounds like he has a lot of mental problems, and it sounds like not only does he have trouble, but he also has a big paranoia thing going on as well. So who knows what's all even happening? None of this could even happen, you know? Anything could be perfectly fine, but in his mind, he could probably be, like, twisting it up and such. So I honestly cannot wait to figure this out. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodaloo!